What's happening, guys? That was just in time. I just got off the call I was waiting for. If you guys were waiting in the chat, it was quite crazy. So today is March 3rd, 2019. This is episode 61. And I think this is our number 5 live episode of PlaneSavers. So you guys go. The PlaneSaver card is getting a little bit more ripped. As you can see there, I might need to get some tape. Oh, stuff's falling down in the background. I just got to set up this thing here. How's everybody going? Man, it's a busy day at work already. Was it 2 in the afternoon? Been here since 10. So, okay. Everybody. There we go. Okay, so everyone can hear me. I'm looking good. Well, I'm not looking good, but sounding good at least, hopefully. Hello. There we go, everybody. How's everybody going? So, yeah, today's Sunday. Yesterday was a really good episode. If you haven't seen it yet, I interviewed Flight Chops, and he tells us all about him flying the Harvard and flight training. And I thought it would be a very good idea to bring him in or on the show to talk about flying warbirds and that kind of stuff, because a lot of people that are watching this could eventually want to fly warbirds, and he can tell you how. So that's all good. Whew. Okay, guys, what all happened this week? Let's just do a week recap. It just flies by. Everything just flies by. But let me start off with a question. Anybody got a question? Let me know in the chat what to talk about, and we could do that. There we go. So you can see the title card. Whew. Okay, how's the internet? Everything's looking good. I'm using my my cell phone for internet right now, so hopefully that's working good. And okay. What's Alex Dunn's asking how many planes your dad has had over the years. That's a very good question. I'd put the number at over 100 when you take into account the helicopters, all the smaller aircraft, and then the aircraft we currently have. Probably well over 100. As airframes right now, we probably have 60 to 70 airframes, and then flying aircraft probably around 30 to 40. So yeah, the number would definitely be over 100. Whew. David Jones, thank you, David Jones, one of the most active people on the site. We need more episodes like yesterday, please. Well, thanks, David. Yeah, yesterday was kind of a gamble. You never know. Like, actually, a lot of PlaneSavers stuff is a gamble. The one thing last week was there was actually a lot of negative comments last week. That more than usual. There's the usual bunch, but more than usual. There's a lot of people unhappy with the way the PlaneSavers format's going, but I seem to be having fun, and you guys seem to like it, so that's all good. Cliff is asking, when are you going to start the rebuild? And that's the number one question, really, is we got to get the stuff to Montreal. And I know this is kind of like a dangling carrot, but that's the way it is. We're getting a C-can ready in Red Deer right now, loading a bunch of parts, and hopefully be March, and I guess it's the end of March already. So yeah, we got to be in Montreal by the end of March. But there is another aircraft. I don't want to say too much about it, but there's another aircraft that might need to be ferried and moved. That might take my Uncle Ronnie some time. And if he does that, I'll definitely be filming it for PlaneSavers. So that's all good. Riley's asking, what all does Buffalo do? Well, pretty much everything. As you can, anything, fucking anything. That could be 1 hour right there. But there's this wonderful series called Ice Pilots that has 73 1-hour episodes that go through everything that we do. So if anybody wants to spend 73 hours watching that, geez, we're almost. Actually, we're almost as much episodes right now as Ice Pilots. So, we'll see how that goes. Robert, you have teased about renaming GTD when we actually yet get to know. Very good question. So that would be when all the paperwork and stuff goes through. It's kind of like getting like a personalized license plate. We got to make sure everything goes through, and then we can have the new registration. I've paid a fee to withhold a registration, but that really doesn't mean anything. What really means everything is when the paperwork goes through. So part of that is the data tags that we're waiting for. As you can imagine, a lot to do with plane saving is absolutely boring. It is paperwork and just like stuff like that. So that's why I enjoy mixing it up a bit, showing you guys different content and that kind of stuff. But I do, for some people that are just pure, if you just want to see DC3s being fixed up, check it out. Check it out, that Night Fright's YouTube page. It's down in the comments. They're like hyper focused, one airplane, one restoration, and they're doing an amazing job. So that might be the channel that you are looking for. PlaneSavers is kind of involved into this community of randomness. Ed Hawkins, whatever happened to the Buffalo Swingtail DC6? Another question that I answer almost on every live stream. It's in Hay River. We bought it from Northern Air Cargo in Alaska, and it hasn't been certified. It's another process. You can't just airplanes. I know there's a lot of misconception with people that, oh, there's an airplane, you can just fly it, and it couldn't be farther from the truth. Go ask Lufthansa how they're doing with their Super Connie if you want to know a little bit more about how difficult it is to get airplanes recertified. Grim Reaper, Mikey, did you ever wish that you got your pilot's license when you were younger? No, not really. I did flight training. I went to flight school and all that stuff. And yeah, it's one day I guess I will. It's just not my jam. The one thing people don't realize is that there's probably 200 people for every pilot in aviation, especially commercial aviation. So if you lean towards kind of general aviation, where everyone's a pilot, because that's kind of what general aviation is, it's kind of the commercial side of it is a little skewed, and I'm just an outlier. But we got some cash coming in, or some super chaps. My buddy Super Dave from Maribel, Minnesota was wondering if the DC is going to Oshkosh this year. Yes, yeah, that's our number one thing that we're trying to do, because another question I get all the time is, are we going over to Europe? Well, no, we're going to spend the money that we would have used to get an airplane over to Europe into service. So, yeah, long story. But yes, we'll be at Oshkosh. Thank you for the super chat. Elf da RC Mercel Cause 25. Thank you. We got from New Zealand. I think NZ's New Zealand. Thank you, Marcel. Very good. Alan Keys. Hello from Dublin. Thank you for all the effort. Thank you, Alan, for the €5. Very cool. I definitely got to get to Ireland sometime. Yeah. Oh, geez, sorry. We got gaming here. Alcrit Gaming. How is Buffalo profitable? DC3s don't have a lot of space compared to modern jets and must use a lot of fuel. Joe Vaughn, Norm, Minnesota, USA. That is a complete apples and oranges question. So the question is, how do DC3s be profitable because of jets that can haul more? That's very true if you're in Minnesota, where there's runways that are 10,000 feet and there's roads everywhere. The number one killer of airplanes is roads. That's it for cargo. Passengers, because people want to go get places quicker. That's all that stuff. But large aircraft are really cargo aircraft nowadays. Like you can see A380s, and these airplanes are going off. And the 737 MAX and that kind of stuff is now super popular because the large aircraft, the 747s, cargo, and the big boys are all cargo right now, 767s and all that stuff. So the DC-3 doesn't compete with any other aircraft except a Twin Otter and maybe an ATR-42. because an ATR 72, if you can get something where an ATR 72 goes, it eats up a DC3. So it's a very economics question. It's basically saying, can the New York Rangers beat the New York Yankees? Well, it depends on what game they're playing. And the DC3 plays the game of short strips, long distances, and very low utilization. Because if you spend $50 million on a jet, you're not going to fly to a community of 500 people and deliver 4,000 pounds. It just, you'll go broke quicker than, Bitcoin. So that's kind of it. What else is happening in the comments? Steve said hi from Rochester, New York. Sorry, I can't talk right there. We'll be, and will you buy you a Blue Point Helicopter Illusion beer on Fluffy Beer from Fairpoint Brewing Company? You rock, Mikey. Thank you. Thank you, Steve Pinsky. Thank you very much. We got a hello from the UK. Hello, UK. Daniel, keep up the great work, Mikey. Thank you. Any snowshoe? No more snowshoe marathons as of right now. I'm spending all my time on this airplane, but you never know. Jerry, hello from Golden, BC. Hi, Jerry. Okay, we got James Bain. Hi, Mikey. When the plane is restored, how many DC-3s will be taken to the air in England for the D-Day flight, etc.? Would like to know, as a reunion of giants, our Lancaster had some issues going across. So again, we're not going to D-Day in England, but there is, I believe, 40 aircraft that are kind of committed. A realistic number, I don't know for sure. Maybe a realistic number, hopefully there's 40, but, if I was a betting guy, maybe 32, I'd say. There's always parts, pieces, training, certification, fuel, money, issues with pilots. There's a lot of things. But all the luck towards the guys going across. I won't get into that. Okay, so sorry, I got a super chat here from Joachim Nyberg. Thank you. SEK20. Is that I don't know what currency that is. Thank you very much. Let me know, what is SEK currency? Thank you though. Thank you for always for being supportive. And okay, we got Michael. Have you met Clay Lacey? I don't think I don't. That name's not popping up in my brain right now. Probably everyone's going to be, everyone. I don't know who Clay Lacey is at this point. I probably do if you explain it. But so Benoit's answering the hamburger gore question again. Thank you. 10 euro. Hi from Paris, France. Good job, Mikey. Bonjour. Je m'appelle Mikey. Comment ça va? From France. I really like France. I spent a lot of time in Marseille. We cut up 4 CL-215s from Sécurité Civile that we bought under contract to strip them for parts. They probably could have flown again, but again, that's another story for another time. Swedish is the SE. I should have known that. Thank you. What do we got here? Mikey, can you tell the difference between the DC-1, DC-2, and DC-3? Very funny you should say that, Mr. D. We have a video coming up probably on tomorrow's episode going through the history of the DC-1, DC-2, DC-3 through the eyes of Don Douglas. So keep a lookout on that. Mart made that up. I just watched it. He just sent it to me. So very cool. So the hamburger door, the one thing we always get like every single day is the hamburger door question. And I can understand because of PlaneSavers, every single day there's an episode. It is impossible to watch every single episode. Like, in fact, it is, if you have watched every single episode since the prologue till now, the moment it came out, I don't know if anybody has but me. and not bragging. The only reason is because I'm physically there uploading it. But there's so much content, so many questions are asked over and over again, and I'm happy to go through it, and I just don't want to annoy the people that hear it all the time. Hamburger door is called the hamburger door. Urban legend. This isn't confirmed. This is just an urban legend that because it's so close to the engine, if you were to use it, here's the propeller, here's the door. If you were to use it, you'd be hamburger. So that's kind of the answer there. Oh geez, there's a lot of people saying they've seen every episode. Well, thank you guys. You guys are really the hardcores. Thank you guys. There's 396 people watching right now. Every one of you guys, thank you so much. This is fun. Sundays is a lot fun. Funner is not a word, but so like the schedule that PlaneSavers takes that I meld with Buffalo Airways, which is another question everyone goes, well, how do you get your day job done? Because of how Ice Pilots was for 7 years when you take in the count of production, I really got really good at mixing Buffalo Airways and story-related things. In fact, because of Ice Pilots and has melded quite well. I'm not articulating the words properly here on live, but as you can imagine, if you can mix your job with another job, like bacon and eggs, both breakfast, but two separate things completely, and that's kind of what PlaneSavers is too. Is it's like I have a formula that, okay, I'm going to get to work. I check all my emails. I do all the Buffalo stuff first. Then I run outside. I do the intro. And then while I'm outside doing the intro, anybody that sent me footage is being downloaded. I come in and I place everything in the timeline, and I go like this, and then that gives me about 2 hours work on Buffalo stuff. And then at lunchtime, I do that, and bang, 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 bang. And that's kind of how it all goes. Alan Clough, thank you. $2.50. Well, thank you, Alan. Thanks, Alan. I think you sent a PayPal one. So thanks, Alan. Thank you very much. Yeah, see, this is the hard part. People, a lot of talking. Vern's asking, do any of your planes have a history of service in the South Pacific during World War II? That's a very, very, very good question, and a question I don't know the answer to. Maybe Benoit can answer a little bit better on me on that one, but I do not know. And that's the kind of thing with World War II airplanes. They're kind of separated by two. Basically, it's World War II, but two separate wars. You got the European front, and then you got the Pacific theater, and it's just, they didn't really mix that much. But it's not really. We're because of where we are, we're heavily influenced by, as you can guess, England, because all the training facilities were just south in Alberta, at least the ones close to us, and then the cargo aircraft, a lot of them come from the military, the Canadian military, which got theirs from the RAF. So I don't think the RAF was too busy down in the Pacific, but I could be wrong. But I think that I just thought of that. That could be the reason. But I might not work. Ben was saying he's going to check for the C-46s, but definitely no C-47s in the Pacific. So good thing. Justin Zoss, thank you, Justin. $2. Thank you. Awesome. That's a good profile picture. It looks really warm wherever you are on that. Leo, thanks, Leo. Never miss an episode. Congrats on such an awesome series. Thanks, Leo. You've been there for a long time. Quads in the mud. Thank you. Oh, man. Thanks, guys. Don't forget to give all the videos a thumbs up. Thanks, guys. David. Thanks, David. David Titter Inkinen. Sorry for messing up your name. Great work, Mikey. We appreciate you. Thank you very much, David. Very cool. What's that car on your thing there? Is that looks like it's on a track? That looks kind of like a sleeper or something. That's really cool. Let me know, David. What kind of car is that on there? James Bain, another funny thought. When the plane is restored in airworthy, will you jump out of it? Because I don't know if I could do the skywalking jump. I love fun. Yeah, so James is asking when I jump out of it. So no, I retired from jumping out of airplanes. That was the last episode of Icebots, but I did do the skywalk in Toronto. And honestly, I think the skywalk in Toronto was more scary than jumping out of an airplane because I'm not the best with heights. But yeah, it's the skywalk in Toronto is, if anyone doesn't know, it's the CN Tower. Is it the CN Tower? I always get that mixed up with Calgary. Yeah, the CN Tower, and they got that little top on it, and you can go out on the edge, and they hook you up to a harness and stuff. It's quite funny. Yeah, how's it going here? Hi, Fun for Fun Flyer. Hey, for Fun Flyer, Mikey, thanks again for featuring for Fun Flyer in episode 59, and thanks to all the subscribers on YouTube channel. Hey, yeah, Fun for Flyer, man. Very good YouTube channel. Your editing skills you must be a hidden editor, but because your skills are really well for the software you're using. Thank you. David Jones, when you mess my name up, it's time to pack it all in, Mikey. Thank you, David Jones, for having a very pronounceable name. Again, I'm not the best pronunciation person. As you can imagine, I didn't grow up around a lot of people up here in Yellowknife. There's all my friends don't have the best pronunciational skills either. We kind of have our own language up here. But yeah, that's Canadian. Oh, David Jones. Okay, thanks, guys. Sim Captain Mike, do you need more mechanics up there? Yeah, the one thing is we do get a lot of applicants for pilots and mechanics and stuff like that. But the number one thing is that getting a Canadian work visa, and because it's so intensive, we don't have the manpower to actually help with paperwork. If we could probably have 3 full-time staff just working on paperwork for people. So yes, there is a pilot shortage and there is a mechanic shortage, but a lot of the shortage is because of the immigration and work visas and stuff like that. I totally believe in an open border. I would be like, bring probably not where you guys or where the viewers are, but for the Northwest Territories, because we're so understaffed in pretty much every single facet of life, that I would say bring everybody in, and if they're bad, we'll just throw them out. I would never say don't bring anybody in, because everything from like Tim Hortons and these like major chains can't even have enough people to work. So it's very strange situation we have up here. But I don't want to get into border politics anywhere else, because I know you guys, some people live in very highly political areas. Okay, Joe. Hey, Joe. Hey, Mikey. Joe here from the Knife Right team. Thanks for your recent episode. We have grown to over 400 subscribers. Check us out for the next few days as our sea count is rising. So yeah, the Knife Right crew, the YouTube. I think I was subscriber 10. It was, go check these guys out. And I said earlier in the episode, if you want bare bones, grit of getting an airplane going, Night Fright is the channel for you. Check it out. If you want me telling weather reports, PlaneSavers is for you. But yeah, Rich Robertson, being with you every episode since the beginning. Make my wife watch it every night before bed. Will you tell us how much you paid for DTD? Well, Rich, I'm not going to say how much I paid for DTD, because I would have to discuss that with Benoit, who I purchased it from, and that was kind of our deal. But I do believe I paid a fair price for it, and definitely was okay. I think both parties were quite happy with it. As you could tell, this channel has grown because of it, and even your guys' super chats. Rich, your full $5 super chat here is now taking taking the cost of the DC-3 down. So it's a tricky question. As you can see, I'm trying to answer like a politician, but the honest thing is, yes, at some point I will go through every single number, because like Rich, your $5 or $4.99, every penny I will show, and I'll be like, hey, this is what happened. Blah, 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 blah. Just at this time right now, until the aircraft is, all set up through the paperwork. Some stuff I can't really say. Like there's a million things I can't say, but when I do, I tell you guys as much as I can. What the Alex Dunn, Mikey, how much did your dad pay for his planes? I can guarantee you he paid the least amount he could, because that's the way he operates. He definitely doesn't buy retail. He's quite the guy when it comes to collecting airplanes. Yeah. Oh, Simple Life, Cliff, how's it going? Our AAF C-47s were involved in repatriating POWs from Singapore back to Australia. That's a good thing. That's a good point you bring up there, Cliff, is that all the strange thing I've been finding with the Australian C-47s is that they kind of came right from the factory right to Australia. So just like the RAF took their airplanes right from the factory, basically, there still was, they had to take them to Montreal, blah, 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 blah. But in the grand scheme of things, the RAF got their C-47s almost direct from factory. I think Australia did too. You could correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But it is they're probably pretty crazy in the South Pacific. Grim Reaper saying scroll up to Phil Project's comment. Well worth the scroll up. Can somebody copy that? Because I get lost. Let me know. Grim, can you copy that and put it down? Thomas Sundin. Hey, Sundin. That's definitely Sweden now. I know because the name Matt Sundin, one of the best Swedish hockey, well, probably the best Swedish hockey player ever built or born. Thanks. Keep up the great videos. Thank you, Thomas Sundin. I love your last name. Very cool. Sebastian Ruffer, thank you. Hi, Mikey. My wife and I watched all episodes so far, most of them early in the morning with our first cup of coffee. Good work. Thank you. Hopefully, Sebastian, we'll see you in Osh 19. Thank you so much. There we go. Bryce Campbell, thank you, Bryce, for the super chat. Super awesome. Okay, Grim's got me the thing again. Oh, sorry, Bryce Campbell, thank you so much. Grim Reaper, Bill's Projects. Hi, Mikey. I want to let you know that I have a small machine shop here in Montreal. I would be able to glad to service you need. Thank you. Cheers. PS. Well, that's awesome. Thanks, Phil's Projects. When we get down there and we start doing everything, it is going to be a lot of stuff. So thank you for reaching out, and please keep in touch. We can figure out some stuff like that. Super M1687. Do you have any work dates scheduled set? No, we actually don't. But we will. Again, we will. And I guess it's going to come on like a hurricane, folks. It's going to be, right now is the calm before the storm. It's going to be, full out, and yeah, it's coming. And I know I don't want to sound like a snake oil salesman saying that, this magic pill that we have bought or had is going to cure everything. There's going to be a lot of problems. But we're going to have fun. And no matter what, we're going to get it done because of support like you guys. And I'm not joking. Like, this is insane. You guys are absolutely bonkers. This was not the plan, but Ashley Sparrowhawk is asking, would you ever get the Lockheed 1011? The L1011? I don't think there's any flying. I know my girlfriend Stella's, that's her favorite airplane, the Lockheed L1011. I think the last one was a doctor's airplane. Was that the one with the eye doctors going around? I might be wrong on that. Anthony, congrats on the show, Mike. I've been watching from the start. You should come to Northern Ireland sometime, home of the Shorts Sunderland. Thank you. Thank you, Anthony. Yeah, I definitely, I'd love to go to Ireland. That would be absolutely amazing. David Jones reminding everybody to hit the like button. If anybody likes if you like Elf, it's upside down. If you like Elf and you like Elf rulers, hit the like button. Yeah, Alan Keyes, Kermit the Frog. Yeah, oh yeah, that's one. I'll tell you, that's the one thing I realized when I first went to Vancouver to watch the first episode of Ice Pilots in the editing room, and that's the first time I really heard my voice, and I'm like, because in my head it doesn't sound like Kermit the Frog, trust me, but externally it does. So yeah, I get that comparison quite a bit, and I could really do a good Kermit the Frog impression. But right now, I'm pretty parched. Okay. Oh, what do we got here? Okay, Sir Christopher saying, I thought I have no expertise in aviation. I would gladly lend a hand in whatever capacity you acquire and get the bird flying. Thanks, Sir Christopher. Stuff like that, yes, we'll when we get down to the point, because right now the one thing about the volunteer stuff is that people that are going to be volunteering deserve to have a schedule. It's unfair for people that are going to be volunteering to, take time off work or vacation time or whatever to come to Montreal, and we're not there. So I don't want to say anything towards volunteering times yet until we can absolutely have some locked in dates, because your guys' time is insanely valuable. Yeah, so I don't want to promise something that I can't deliver. And that's the one thing, if you guys know me, is that if I promise something, I would like to deliver it. Just like getting this airplane flying on June 6th is the goal. And getting to Oshkosh is the goal. That's the main thing. So it's kind of like making the playoffs and then winning the Stanley Cup. So to make the playoffs, we definitely need to get it flying June 6th. The Stanley Cup, it's a hockey reference, is going to be Oshkosh. So, yeah, that's kind of the main thing. So those are the two main promises I'm going to be promising. Everything else is kind of subject to schedule, if that makes sense. The Airco Man, howdy from North Texas, where it's a balmy minus 12 degrees Celsius in Texas. Here, let me check here. It's minus 12 degrees. It's minus 14 here. So we're only 2 degrees colder than Texas. That's crazy. I don't know if you guys could see that. There. Oh, there, minus 14. So, aircraft mechanic memes, $6. Does Chuck follow aircraft memes on Instagram? So if you guys like memes and if you like memes that are aircraft mechanic related, there is no other better place to be than at aircraft mechanic memes on Instagram. Thank you, mystery person who runs aircraft mechanic memes. Thank you very much. It's not me anyway, because I can't be typing and doing that. Don Abbott, thank you, Don Abbott. Can't wait till we start pulling parts on it. Oh, putting parts on. I was going to make a joke because there is nothing left to pull off of it, and that's half the battle. The airplane is half done because everything's already off of it. But can't wait to start putting parts on it. Thanks, Don Abbott. Yeah, we got a lot of parts. Zach is here. Red Deer Zach's here, and he's got an iPad full of pictures. So hopefully I can get you guys showing that. He's here doing the C check. Killen Jackson, Killen Jackson. Thank you, Killen. Excuse me. Hi, Mikey. Love what you're doing. Keep up the great work. Just wondering what you think about the merger of the two Northern Airlines, Canadian North and First Air. Ooh, that's a very technical question. If two airlines want to merge, go ahead. There's a lot of. I'm pretty close to Canadian North. Canadian North. There's a lot of people I like over there at Canadian North, and they're both customers of ours. We both like for Canadian North and First Air. So if they want to merge, I give it a thumbs up, man. I give it a thumbs up because no matter what happens, business always finds a way. And just like Jurassic Park, life finds a way. Business always finds a way. So I'm not a fan of governments saying to a business you can't do something. Sure, in extreme cases, like something crazy, but First Air and Canadian, go for it. Grim Reaper, never go full Kermit. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Olbrett's airplane is an empty shell. It's half done. I'm an optimistic person. I'm a glass half full person. So you guys know that. Alex Parlowski Aviation, Alex Parlowski Aviation. Hi from Calgary. Sorry if this has been answered already, but has Buffalo ever considered a Basler conversion of one of their own DC-3s? Yes, there has. And Basler is, the problem is just the price right now for us personally. I'm not saying that it's not a good value for your Basler. It's just that we are not as big as Buffalo Airways isn't as big as a company as some people seem to think it is. As people always say, why don't you just go buy a 737? There's $100 million airplane. It's thank you. Oh, we got $10. Message retracted. Sorry about that, whoever that was. How's everybody going? We got 36 minutes, 443 people watching, 235 likes. Thank you, everybody. Alex Pelosi, your YouTube channel rocks. Oh, wow, thanks. There's another YouTuber in the comments. Thanks, Alex. I'll have to check that out. Is your profile picture? It's literally, your profile picture is like this big, but is that a 727 in there? Or it's some engine on a tail aircraft, maybe an L1011? I don't know. Let me know. David Jones saying we need more likes. Keith, come on, maybe just one. Hey Bert, that's Ernie. That's not Ernie. That's I think that's Ernie. Yeah. Hey Bert. Yeah, that's Ernie. I guess I could be Ernie too. I don't care. But there you go. Ooh, okay. Jim. Thomas Sedin saying a few weeks ago, the missing DC-3 was mentioned. That is a Swedish Air Force DC-3 shot down in 1953 that's now being lifted from the seabed. It's in the museum. Yeah, that would be awesome. Thomas, if you can get me a video of that, that'd be so super cool. Edward, are all DC-3 tail draggers? If there is one that isn't, it's very, 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 very rare. But technically, the one on floats isn't a tail dragger because it's on floats. But yes, all DC-3s are tail draggers, unless that's a trick question. Unless you know something I don't know. And DC-3s, nobody's an expert. Nobody's an expert on DC-3s. Take my word for it. They will always surprise you, that aircraft. Josh, Mikey, how's getting the funds going, and when are you going to think we have more videos of DC-3 restoration? That would be in April, May, June, a thing with the restoration of the DC-3. And I guess it's more of a resurrection than a restoration. If, like I said, the Night Fright guys are doing a restoration. Is like, you have to go in there and make sure the thing is amazing. And that's what Night Frights are. We're doing like a resurrection. Like, we got to get out of Dodge quick. So, yeah. I mean, trying to tilt away from the word restoration because what we're doing is a little bit different and not really, I think, has done before in a YouTube style format for airplanes. But I may be wrong. I usually am. Voyager 200910. Will you sell rides in DTD? Probably not. See, depending, because of the time, depending on how we get the airplane flying from a Transport Canada point of view, like ferry flights and that stuff, like there's no passengers. I can't even go on the thing. So it's just essential crew only, which would maybe mean maybe an engineer to go on board to monitor a system. But yeah. Most likely, because it is a resurrection, the aircraft will be just an airplane flying, and I just want to prepare you guys for that. If it's something better, it's something better, but we'll see. L. Kirkland Gaming, Acrylic Gaming. Mikey, is there a way to watch Ice Pilots? I remember watching it a while ago, but I forgot anything that happens. But I forgot everything that happens. Don't worry, Alert Gaming. Right now, it's on Amazon Prime. So if you have Amazon Prime membership, in most countries you can watch it. If not, it's on iTunes. But nobody pays for stuff anymore. Everything's free. So that's like PlaneSavers. There's a huge change in the last 5 years about how people consume content. Like, there is no more buying DVDs and CDs and stuff like that. There's if you really love something, like a band or something, you'll buy a CD. Or if you really love a show like Ice Pilots, you'll buy the DVD. But that is very small portion of people. The general masses stream everything now. And so that's an advantage we have with PlaneSavers. It's completely free. And it's completely streamable on any device and anything you want. So, damn F. Hi, Mikey from France, following and the live and documentary on DC3 on TV and the same time. It's hard to make a choice. Yeah, no. I would never scoff at anybody for not watching PlaneSavers when there's a good documentary about DC3 on. So, damn F, go watch DC3. It's all good. Kenneth Schofield, Mikey, what do you do? What do you do just for fun? This is it, folks. The most things I do for fun, my most, I guess, biggest hobby is like creating stuff, t-shirts, and then designing stuff and pictures and all that kind of stuff. That ultimately is my hobby. I do have skidoos and quads and all that kind of stuff, but it is in the last few years is kind of not being as important as it's been, but that's where it is. Hi, Mikey from Molly in Michigan. Hello. Hi, Mikey from Molly in Michigan. Great channel, Mikey. Look up all props. DC3 European Census gives all DC3s a flying and non-flying, including damage. Good luck, Steve in Heathrow Airport, UK. Thank you, Steve in Heathrow. Very good. Phil's projects. Hey, that's big jug of shine. Yeah, and that's how we know Ice Fire. I always want to say Ice Spots for something. That PlaneSavers is almost over. I thought you were a radio DJ. What's with that headset on, scratching records? Because I got the headset on so I can actually do other things while I'm doing this, believe it or not, because there's a lot of Buffalo Airways messages and stuff that ting and all that stuff. So I can hear it and you guys can't. I keep in your guys' audio, which is this thing, clean from weird stuff. So yeah, I can scratch some audios if you want, but Colin Ford, I'm old school. My complete set of Ice Pilots Season 1, the 6 on DVD, arrived in Canada this morning. Post-delivery person arrived. That's very perfect timing. Colin Ford. Very cool. So, Colin, you're an outlier. You are a hardcore, and thank you for supporting Buffalo and the DVDs. I don't even own all the DVDs. I probably have them somewhere, but so it's fun. I better get on that because man, the one thing I've been trying to do is get them to release it on Blu-ray because it's not on HD, but we'll see. David Butterfield, good day from Australia. Thanks, David. Thank you for the super chat. It's very much appreciated. Super M, that was a joke. Yeah, of course, everything's a joke, man. Don't worry about it, man. Everything's a joke. Mikey, well done on these programs. Enjoy everyone. Richard Balsh, thank you, Richard. Mark Leonard, done. Now what? Donnie Boy, hi, Mikey from Papa and Michael. Hello, Papa and Michael. Okay, I think we're running out, folks. We got. Whew, I think that's. I think we're going pretty good here. 45 minutes. I gotta get back to work. uh, Patrick, hey, Mikey, any plans for you guys to participate with or without a plane in the Berlin Airlift Ceremony at the anniversary event in Germany, June 10th and 19th? Greetings from Berlin. Patrick, I wish we could. But most likely around that time we'll still be in Montreal. But hopefully the airplane's flown, but we'll still be working on the airplane. Hopefully, I have no clue what I'm doing until at least September. In fact, September 30th. Johnny Burr, Mikey, don't forget my offer still stands for converting sin film to digital for you. Yes, for sure. Johnny, yes, in England about that footage. I'm waiting to get the Super 8 footage. So, yeah, I'll be in touch. I'd like to know, hey, Johnny, do you mind sending me an email? I want to know more about your software and systems for decoding. I'm just from an interested point of view. I'd love to know. How's everybody doing? Doing pretty good. 451 people, 300 likes, 46 minutes. The jug of moonshine. He is getting a little low. What does it say on here? Bernardi Mason jars. It's probably for flowers or something, actually. I just grabbed it. 40 ounces. A 40 ouncer, folks. Robert with a 3 and an RO3RER1. Must be Robert. What's your favorite World War II fighter? Very good question. I'd have to say my favorite World War II fighter is the P-40E, which is probably my favorite. That's the AvG, the American Volunteer Group, the Flying Tigers. That's what they flew, and that's what I like. Those guys were awesome. They were volunteers before the U.S. got into the war. They jumped in some Warhawks that were almost already obsolete, and hopefully they're flying E's. I might be wrong on that, but yeah. David Jones saying, please put some stuff on eBay. Man, I got lots of stuff. Like, here's the part that Benoit sent me right here of a DTD that came off in that windstorm. There's actually metal in there, and that stuff. So I'll probably be putting that up on next. But I do have a lot of stuff. Actually, I have a lot to catch up to on the mailbag. Very cool. Marcel, McDonald's DC3 in Tupelo, New Zealand video in the making, Mikey. Thank you. The New Zealand McDonald's DC3 is one of the places in this world I have to go to. It's going to be like a 20-hour flight for a Big Mac, for a $5 Big Mac. Probably the most expensive Big Mac I could possibly have. But I will definitely do it, and I will film it. Norman, see you in Montreal. See you in Montreal, Norman. Josh, can we see an episode with the Fire Boss someday soon? And he sent hello from Michigan. Yeah, I could probably do that. Yeah, Fire Boss. See, it's good. See, you guys are putting a lot of requests for a lot of content, which is good, and that's what I'm saying. Is there's a faction of people that, because I study people and interactions, there's a faction of people that are like want every single episode to be about DTD, which in actuality is pretty impossible. So the alternative is not to make episodes. If not every episode could be about DTD, then you shouldn't make episodes. And then there's the other faction that would need to jump on Electra and go up to Cambridge Bay and film it, which has absolutely nothing to do with D-Day or DC3s. So it's almost like I need two channels, but I need two of me to do that. This is already full bore. Jerry, can we see Chucky and your brother Russell take bets and we will know? That's actually probably the best idea I've heard all week. The Chucky and Joe, the Chucky and Rod WrestleMania match. War on the Shore. Mikey, can we see what your dad's got in any scrapyards? Yeah, we can. That's more of a Red Deer and Hay River thing, but yeah, we could definitely do that. What's happening? Uh, 50 minutes, 442 people watching, 330 likes. Mason jar's almost done. And okay, so I think I'm going to end it there, folks. Hey, hopefully everybody is doing really well. I do have to get back to work to make sure. We have airplanes in the air right now, and they need some logistical help. Everybody asks, what's my job? And my job is logistics. But actually, what I'll be doing is I'm very interested to see on the community post on YouTube. I'm going to do this right away. So as soon as we're done here, I'm going to make a community post. And I'm going to ask you, what's your involvement in aviation? And I guess you can have multiple jobs, but what would you recognize yourself most as? A pilot, mechanic, business, or I guess other, which would be like modeler or anything like that, or a fan, just a legitimate fan. Because I would like to know what percentage. Are we mostly pilots? Are we mostly mechanics? Are we mostly fans? Are we mostly, other? We'll see. Aircraft mechanic memes. What is Chuck's favorite curse word? The F word, I guess, would be the number one thing he uses. That's what he calls me all the time. So I would say it's his favorite, because if he uses the F word to describe me, it must be his favorite word. So there you go. There we go. Okay, folks, I'm going to shut her down there. 51 minutes, 45 seconds, 441 marvelous people watching this live, and the thousands of people that are watching this not live. Thank you so much for joining me. You guys are awesome, and yeah, we'll be seeing you very, very soon. Tomorrow is going to be a long episode. We got stuff from the Netherlands, and we got history of Don Douglas. So I'm excited to show you guys that. You guys be good, be safe, fly safe, and we'll be seeing you very, very soon. I'm going to be clicking this end stream here right now. On 3, 2, 1, I clicked it, and it's going to be